What's up, non-believers, doubters, and skeptics? Welcome to the first ever episode of the Unfollower Show. Do you dig that little 80s-ish intro song? Because I sure as heck do. That's kind of why I chose it, actually. So yeah, this is the Unfollower Show, the place where everybody is welcome, except for God. No gods allowed of any kind, of any variety. I wanted to make a show that was kind of fun, because I think that religion is heavy. I think that there's a lot of people who make, and including myself, sometimes make like heavy content, stuff that's hard to digest. A lot of us came from religion and now we're not religious anymore. And there's a lot of arguments, there's a lot of debates, there's a lot of trauma that people have to deal with from their religious experiences. So I wanted to make something that's a little more lighthearted, a little more fun, because I think that we need to laugh at some of the craziness in the world, some of the shit that we've been through, etc. So I don't know about you, but I feel like we could use a little more lighthearted content in the religious realm. If you're watching live, welcome. If you're watching on the replay, drop a comment and let me know where you're watching from. This is going to be a live stream every Tuesday, the Unfollower Show, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As for the name of the show, Unfollower, yes, my name is Kevin, aka Jesus Unfollower. I go by Jesus Unfollower online, but I think the word Unfollower, it's more than just my handle. It kind of represents all of us who don't follow the norms, who kind of don't just go with the flow. We don't just say, you know what, everybody around me is religious, I'm going to be too. So that's kind of why I picked the name for the show. I mean, plus it's a little on brand, let's be honest. Today is March 23rd, aka Atheist Day. Atheist Day, it's like, why do we need a day to celebrate atheism? What's that about? And of course, my dog starts drinking water a minute into the live stream. That's my favorite. He will sit around and do nothing. He's basically a cat. He'll just sit there for hours and do nothing. But the second I press record, he starts drinking water, and he drinks for like 10, 20 minutes straight. Or he'll start licking himself in a perfect rhythm. That's always fun too, So yeah, before we get into some of the, I guess, more fun stuff you would say, let's talk about one serious thing. That one serious thing is Atheist Day. Thought it's pretty fitting because it's like, why do atheists need a day? Isn't it ridiculous to have a day celebrating what you don't believe in? There's no a Bigfootist day. There's no a leprechaunist day. Why would there need to be an atheist day? I think it's like the word atheist, we have to use that word because religion is so prevalent, especially in America. As far as Christianity goes, I think it's important that we use the word atheist, that we normalize atheism. There's a stigma attached to the word. People will look at you a funny way if you say that you're an atheist, or if they hear that word, they automatically associate it with things that it really shouldn't be associated with, like Satanism, or you're immediately just a morally bankrupt person because you don't believe in God, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, it's more about the reason that we have the day. It's more about just normalizing the term, normalizing the word, I think. We're getting to a place in America where a quarter of the population identifies as not religious. Yet we have, even at the presidential inauguration, it's like it was God this and God that and Jesus everything. And Joe Biden had a Bible the size of, my fucking desk here. And so the non-religious people are kind of alienated a little bit. We don't need God in everything. We don't need God in government. We need to normalize the people who don't believe. We need to normalize the lack of belief in God. So let me know what you think in the chat, in the comments. What do you think about Atheist Day? Do you think it's pointless? Do you think that it's good? Do you think that it's about, do you think that more people need to come out and say that they're atheists? Because I do. I think that it should be more normal. Just going to welcome some people into the chat. What's up, Justin? How you doing? Jared, Oz. What up, Oz? Representing the Atheist Roundtable. Seeking the Center Line. Go check out that podcast if you haven't. He did an episode with me, and look at this big ass thing right here. If you had to guess, is there any alcohol in here? If you guessed yes, you're correct. What's up, Randy? Blaine? Happy damn Atheist Day. That's right. What's up, Hertz to Helix? If theism does not mean anything and no one agrees on its use, what even is an atheist? I don't know. I think theism does mean something, doesn't it? Who says that theism doesn't mean anything? Maybe people disagree on exactly certain, types of gods and theism, but certainly it means something, I would think. And so atheists need to be more vocal in opposition to it. There would be a leprechaunistes and a Bigfootists if people were going around, if 60-70% of the globe believed that leprechauns were real, and they did things, they lived their life according to the leprechaun law, the book of unicorn, whatever, the Bigfoot Bible, then we would be more vocalist about that too, I think. But what kind of alcohol? Well, it is Jack Daniels. It's Jack and Pepsi. Okay, don't bust my balls. It's all I had was Pepsi, so it is what it is. Yeah, I think that we should normalize the term. I think that it needs to be. There shouldn't be any hesitation for people to be like, I'm an atheist, I don't believe, because skepticism is healthy. Rejection of absurd claims is normal, should be healthy, I think. In my opinion, we shouldn't be the ones looked at strangely for not believing in the supernatural things. Should be the opposite. The burden of proof is on the people who are making the claim. I mean, that's just the way it goes. So, like I said, this show is going to be about more fun, more laughter, and things of that nature. It's not going to be very heavy, maybe one or two heavier things per show, but let's get into the funny video of the week. Now, let me prepare. I don't have a producer, okay? It's just me. It's just me here. So give me just a damn second. We'll get this thing rolling. Some of you may have seen this before. Some of you may not. If you haven't, you're in for a treat, I think. If you have, and it's still funny. So the guy's name is Perry Stone. Funny little story. I used to work with a guy who basically worshipped Perry Stone. And he talked like this, and he said, Perry Stone, I love Perry Stone. I go to his church all the time. I go and watch him speak. I just love Perry Stone. And it was fucking Perry Stone this, Perry Stone that. And that's all I ever heard. I never saw the guy before. And actually, I saw this clip before I knew it was Perry Stone. I posted a little clip of this on social media, and people were like, that damn Perry Stone. And I was like, oh, this is Perry Stone? Because I'd heard his name for years, but I never saw the dude. So this is a video. It's kind of a famous-ish video of Perry Stone checking his phone while praying in tongues. Let's watch.
Yes, Lord, have your way, have your way, have your way, have your way. Hallelujah.
Constipated? Yeah, there's a lot going on there. So much going on there. He just sits down. First of all, it's sort of weird, I guess, anyways, just be sitting down while you're speaking in tongues. But I think it's funny that he just starts checking his phone. And who does this? Let me check Twitter, Lord, have your way. Let me see if anybody's mentioned me. And then he goes into Master P. Make him say, I was like, what is happening here? What exactly are we watching? It gets me every time because, yeah, and then the person starts wiping the table down. What? Apparently, he came after the fact and said that somebody was texting him about something serious. And maybe that's the case. If that is the case, though, maybe stop speaking in tongues for a second, you know? Maybe stop with the grunt. Maybe just kind of pause and if you're going to sit there and read and check your phone, just check your phone. But I don't know if you just got lost in the moment or what, but and then he went up like he was trying to harmonize. It's like, what? But I love that damn video. And then the person just coming by wiping off the tables like it's a fucking IHOP or something. I'll be done in a minute. I'm almost finished with my pancakes. Hallelujah. Stupidest thing I ever seen. Who the fuck cleaned his table? It's a good question. I don't know if it's the resident church busboy or exactly what happened there. Yes, Lord, have your way, have your way. I'm gonna start a church. I'm just gonna start a church. You know, put a table up on the stage, pull up a chair, just make nonsensical noises into a microphone and get filthy rich. Works for Perry. Why can't it work for me? Make them say, I'm gonna remix that. I think I'm gonna remix Perry Stone into Master P. So just be on the Spotify. You know, it's coming. I'm gonna drop the single. No Limit Records, Perry Stone. Make them say, that might be too old for some of y'all, but you know, millennials, you get it. So I love that shit. If you have any funny videos that you want me to look at in future episodes of the Unfollower show, make sure you send them to me. DM them to me on Instagram, whatever. That would be wonderful. I've probably seen a lot of them, but I'm always ready for a good laugh. That's for sure. Little atheist. I love that, dude. Little atheist. That's me. I'm going to get into the rap game. Call myself Little Atheist. It's a little everything now, isn't it? Let me sound like an old man for a minute. No limit prayers. Was that a real thing? I do remember him pouring one out for his homies. Hilarious, man. You guys ready for some Bible trivia? Because I am. That's why I made the little graphic. Try to keep up. It's Bible trivia time, son. Who thinks they know the Bible? Who here thinks they know the Word of God from their Christian days? Or if you never were a Christian, maybe you still know it. Maybe you know it better than current Christians. It's quite possible. I got a little Bible trivia for you, though. First question. Which body part of Pharaoh's does the Lord harden? Think on that one. I want your best answers. They can be your real guesses. They can be your funny guesses. Doesn't matter. It really is funny how most Christians don't know the Bible at all. That's true. That was true of me for a while too. I went to church for a while and didn't really read the Bible that much. I got into it later in my Christian days, but yeah, there are a lot of people, especially in the more charismatic churches, and that could be, maybe I'm speaking in generalities, but at least the churches that I went to, it seemed like it was more about emotion. It was more about, just feeling the Spirit of God. It wasn't as much about really diving into the Bible. And I know a lot of people did, but I also know a lot of people just were there to receive the Holy Spirit, to get fingers on their forehead and fall on the floor and flop around. That was a great House of Pain song, by the way. And I was one of those people. I was a floor flopper for a little while. That's correct. It was Pharaoh's heart. I was really hoping somebody would say penis. Oh, he did. Yes, exactly, Aubrey. Pharaoh's buttholes were hardened. His man flute. Yes, his man flute. That's a great question, Blaine. Free will doesn't matter. I guess he had one or two chances, and then God said, "You know what? I'm going to harden that heart for him. It's too late." Next question. How many times does the word ass appear in the KJV? Give me your best guess. No Googling either, people. How many times does the word ass appear in the KJV? Let me know in the chat. $666 times. It's a great guess. It's not too far off. $21, 2 asses, 3 asses, 4 asses. when it refers to a donkey 66 times. All the asses. The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. Correct answer? 436 times. At least according to Google. I didn't read the Bible cover to cover. I Googled it, so could be wrong, but I think it was Bible Gateway. So blame Bible Gateway if that was not correct. I feel like I need some music going, but I don't really feel like it. I don't feel like getting that set up. Yeah, that's a lot of asses. More asses than a rap video. Am I right? Asked a little atheist. Asked Master P, as in Master Perry Stone. Make him say, God loves ass. God's an ass man. You know what else he loves? Sending bears to maul children for calling a man bald. That's a classic. Ass, 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 ass. This is what I'm talking about right here. What's up, Todd? Former pastor turned atheist. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Now, for what I'm going to do also is at the end of the stream, if I can find it, I'm going to give away a shirt, an atheist shirt for Atheist Day. So if you want a shirt, then stick around. I'm going to spin the wheel of names at the end. And if you're lucky, I'll put you on the wheel. But that's what it's all about, really. I mean, Todd, it's about community. That's what I love, because think about people who were in that world before, who were pastors or Christians in general, and then they just stopped believing. That community just didn't really exist before. But now it does. That's what we're here for. We're here for community. That's what it's all about. I think I had one more Bible question. Oh, yeah. Some of you will probably get this one. When God decided that he screwed up and he killed the entire world in a flood, he didn't kill everybody. How many people survived? Do you know? How many people? Many, many people were killed. Many, many animals were killed as well. But some people were spared. I think we got the first. I see a right answer. 8. 8 is the answer. I tried to click on Jared's name. That was funny. I tried to click on Jared's name, and a few went in, and I clicked on Samuel, but he was right too. 8 people. Noah and his family. Jerry got it right too. Everybody was pretty close. Not that it ever really happened anyways. I mean, it's complete bullshit. But, the story says that it was 8 peeps. And let the incest commence. Exactly. Repopulate the world. Noah get drunk and get freaky. Yeah, I love that, the half answer. That's awesome. Alyssa, 3.5. That would have been hilarious. 3.5. If the Bible was just like 3.5 people survived, and everybody's kind of like, what happened? Remember, I'm a one-man show, so I forget where everything is here. Okay. Now it's going to be time for my favorite, potentially my favorite segment of this new show, and that's comments from Christians. I get crazy comments a lot. And we're going to go through some of them. In the future, I'm planning to have guests on this show who are also going to bring with them their comments, because I'm friends with some other people who run atheist accounts or ex-Christian accounts. And it's fun to look at the shit that we get in our DMs, in our comments. And so, yeah, I'm going to start having other people on to share theirs. But today's just me and y'all in the chat and everybody watching on the replay. So the first comment, and these might not all be Christians, but you know what? That's what I'm calling the segment. I'm making blanket statements on this show. That's what I'm doing. You might not be a Christian, but I'm calling you one, because that's mostly what it is. I mean, my handle is Jesus Unfollower, so most of the people who have problems with me are Christians. First comment. Imagine having the belief in absolutely nothing be your entire personality. It's pretty sad. I'll pray for you. And I responded, imagine thinking that content is someone's entire personality. I'll think for you. Now, this was on my TikTok. It's funny because, yes, I make TikToks about being an atheist or, being an ex-Christian. People think that because I have a TikTok about it and that I have a YouTube channel and that I wear a hat, that it's my entire personality. There's nothing else that I wake up and all day is dedicated to not believing in God or hating God or whatever. That's not true. I like other things. I like, let's keep it PG, shall we? But yeah, it's my entire personality. I just think that's so funny when literally a lot of them, their entire personality is Jesus. Something that's never been proven. Wake up and worship. From the ass crack of dawn until you go to sleep. Don't listen to secular music. What would Jesus do? Let's wear the bracelet. But not believing is my entire personality. It's just wild to me. If you guys have any comments that you've received, you should put them in the chat here or in the comments down below. That would be funny, because I know I'm not the only one. I appreciate that, Oz. Appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you, man. You guys are doing awesome things at the Atheist Roundtable. Oh, time for a drink. I couldn't agree more. I forgot that I had this drink right next to me. Look at this. And go ahead and comment about my big ass cup. But you know what? It's well insulated. Keeps my drinks cold. And it's large. I'm not overcompensating for anything, okay? It's just a big cup. Let's move on to the next comment. The next comment comes from Harley Forsyth 1. And if you can make any sense of this, let me know. God is real. How about you explain how he is real? Because he is the one who makes water flow. God created the world. Explain that. First of all, you might want me to explain punctuation. That would be a good start, I think. But my favorite thing to do is on these comments, just reply with what, the word what, with no question mark. Because I feel like they don't even deserve a question mark, especially when they don't know how to punctuate themselves. So I just put what? And yeah, it reminds me of the meme of that lady who's just like, what? That lady with no teeth, the big lady. But this is just a small snippet of the kind of stuff that I get, the kind of comments that I get on the reg. God is real. How about you? Let's just, punctuation aside, let's try to make some sense of it. God is real. How about you explain how he is real? Well, why? How? I don't believe. How would I explain how he's real? That's on you, homie. That's your job. He is the one who makes water flow. Really? By what measure? What proof? What's the evidence for that? It's just wild. Jason, you read my mind. What? I watched some wrestling this weekend, and I love it. I love the fact that even when Stone Cold wasn't wrestling or wasn't on the mic, anybody else who was on the mic and said something, the whole crowd would just go, "What? What?" And that shit went on for years after Stone Cold was even done. And I don't know, I don't watch wrestling anymore, like the new wrestling, but they probably still do it now. That shit went on forever. What? Love it. It's my favorite response. What? Just like they don't even deserve a question mark. How about Jerry Hall 96? Jerry, so white monkeys just stopped evolving, right? Evolved in the earth and then just quit. Bullshit. Jerry, it's shocking to me that Jerry has no profile picture, no content, nothing. Oh wait, no, that's not shocking at all. That's 80% of the people who comment dumb shit like this. So white monkeys just stopped evolving, right? Evolved in the earth and then just quit. Poor Jerry here thinks that evolution happens in Jerry's lifetime. He thinks that monkeys are supposed to turn into humans. And he expects that to happen in 60 years or however long Jerry Hall lives. It's hard to wrap your mind around it. That's true. That's called personal incredulity. Just because you don't understand something, just because you don't try to understand something is kind of more accurate about it. But yeah, so white monkeys just stopped evolving. Crazy. This is just a tiny portion of the bullshit that I have to read on a daily basis. Oh, got some wrestling fans in the house here, I see. Oh, Wrestling Bios, great YouTube channel. I might have to check that out. You know, WWE's actual YouTube channel, I think they post an average of like 50 videos a day. So I'm like, I can't really subscribe to that. I think that's too much. It's going to overwhelm me because I like to just go on YouTube and go to my subscriptions page and just kind of see what's new from the people I follow. And if they're putting out 50 videos a day, it's going to flood it, man. God would be a fan because of the flooding and whatnot, but I can't do it. Okay, Mr. Number 71. He said something and I said, okay. He was talking about the Bible. I said, okay, but why do you believe the words in the Bible? Why do you believe that? Because Jesus made it. Duh. Because Jesus made the Bible. Anybody want to help me out with that? Anybody want to walk me through his thought process here? How did Jesus make the Bible? Wild. Anybody have an explanation? Christians think that evolution is Pokemon. Yeah, they think that Pokemon is also demonic. I saw that Prophet of Zod made a video about that, about Pokemon being demonic. Did any of you have church members, family members who said that things were demonic, like Harry Potter and stuff like that? I went to church with a couple of ladies who, I don't know how I ended up at their house, if you know what I'm saying. I was helping them move. Like there was a group of us helping them move some stuff. And I think I was probably like 18, something like that. But the subject of Harry Potter came up and they were just like going on and on about how the incantations were real and that it was really real demonic stuff. Just wild. Yeah, your mom wouldn't let you play Pokemon or even be around the cards. See, that's crazy. It's freaking Pokemon. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Magic. Do you mean actually like pulling a rabbit out of a hat magic, or like Magic the Gathering, or both? You hate Jesus so much, but always posting him. Ha ha ha. It really baffles me how it's so hard for people to understand why I talk about this, why I have this, use this platform for this. Savage in Christ, by the way. I'm guessing he's probably 13. You have trouble understanding things, huh? That's what I said back. But it's like, no, I don't hate Jesus. If you can't look and see, if you can't take a step back and see the damage that religion can cause, the damage that certain beliefs can cause, it's not about hating. It's never been about that. Crazy people. I get comments like that often, you know, just talking about how much I hate God, or, you know, why do you have an account that's dedicated to God and to religion? Don't you have anything else to do? But I don't know. I feel like because it just hits so close to home with me, I feel like I need to be doing this, not like a greater purpose thing, not like a fate thing, but like genuinely being able to help people type of thing. That's why I do it. And people like Savage in Christ, they just don't realize that, or they don't care to, or they're super young and one day they'll be doing the same damn thing I'm doing right now. It's very possible. I see a lot of these people. It's probably a lot of kids. I try not to argue too much with kids. If I know they're kids, I just stop. I don't say anything else, but often they have just they haven't posted any content and they just have a picture like this. And so I'm like, I don't know if it's a kid or what, but so I try not to argue with people who aren't like adults, but I feel like a lot of them are going to one day be doing the same type of work that I'm doing now. Like, I really feel that. Wow. Pastor threw my Magic the Gathering cards away. Witchcraft and demons. You know, Jesus literally cast a demon into a fucking pig in the Bible, but you know, you can't have magic cards. Megachurch pastor referenced stigmata last Sunday. You know, I went to Winterfest one time and Jensen Franklin was preaching and he was talking about Leah right before she died, how she made a movie, Queen of the Damned, and was just talking about how I guess God wasn't happy about it. So she died, you know. It was just the craziest thing. She made a movie called Queen of the Damned. Look at her wearing these skimpy clothes. Zoom in on that, would you? Zoom in on her breasts. Let's take a good look at this. We don't need to be teaching our young girls to dress like this. Zoom in closer if you would. Like, just like fucking Winterfest. But the things that they talk about, the pop culture things that they focus on are wild. Here's a good little trio trifecta from AQ 33123. This was on a video that I made, a little clip that I posted on TikTok about people leaving the church because of, you know, when Trump got elected. And that's true. I think a lot of people they didn't leave because of Trump. They started questioning things because Trump got elected, because church leaders were like saying, yeah, I support Trump. And they were looking at Trump like, wait a minute, like my pastor is like strongly backing this dude and this is what he stands for. And so people started questioning that. Like, how does that make sense? And so then, you know, it started crumbling. So I made a little video about that and said this was just like a bonus reason on another video that I did. Bonus reason that people are leaving church is because of people like Trump getting elected. And then, you know, people obviously had a problem with me saying that, and they went into defense mode, including this guy who was like, They're full of the devil and love their sin, like you. And there are a lot of crappy churches today. Sure, I would agree with that. But people think that we love our sin, and that's why we leave Christianity. We love our sin. That's why. That's not, maybe it's true for a couple people, but I don't, that's not why people do it. There are people who are like married with kids and like loving church, loving life, and then they just have doubts and they leave. It's not about like loving their sin. It's like just having those doubts. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I was reading a comment, trying to be producer/host. Yeah. Blaine says, Trump had everything to do with my walk out of faith. See? I mean, I'm not just making this shit up. I've had several people tell me this. Several people. And then it's like, they'll say, well, Blaine, you were never really a Christian to begin with. If a man can influence your decision to leave, then you were never really a Christian to begin with. AQ says, but that will give you no excuse. When you drop into the lake of fire, you will still curse and spit for eternity. Wow. Because you're possessed by your father, the devil, and you're too stupid to know it. God will give you exactly what you want. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to burn forever. My father, the devil. What is it with these people and my father, the devil? Fact is, you're a fucking idiot. Thanks, Colin. Appreciate that. Correct use of your and way to spell idiot correctly. Nice. God created us. We fell from grace. We're on our own. The world is controlled by satanic pedophiles. I think that sums it up. You said it, Stephen. Like satanic pedophiles. Maybe I shouldn't say that too many times. If I ever want this video to be monetized, I probably shouldn't say that. Aubrey is raising demons. Pokemon and Harry Potter are encouraged. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is what a lot of families believe as far as the satanic pedophile thing. Like, it's just believing conspiracies without evidence. Is that any surprise? Believe in a God without evidence. Why wouldn't you just believe in all these crazy conspiracies about pedophile rings? Do I think pedophilia is real and happening? And yeah, of course. But like, it's crazy what some people will just come up with. And now Trump is making his own social media network. So, that's going to be it's going to be Parler 2.0. Got a gnat trying to join me here. Got a few more comments to go through here. There's plenty of evidence. You're just a slave to your father, the devil. There it is again. And you're so blind and you're so proud of your own mind, which is very small. Thank you. User, who cares? It's not a pride thing. It's like, why am I the prideful one when you guys are the ones saying that you have it all figured out, that you know the creator of the universe, and you know what he wants. You know his intentions. You know this from a book that was written a long time ago. But I'm the prideful one, of course. There is no evidence of the future. Swallow this one, y'all. Take a minute, digest this comment, would you? There is no evidence of the future, but most people believe in the future. Rejection of ideas, the lack of evidence stifles innovation and discovery. We have no evidence of the future, guys. We don't know that there's going to be a future. There's no evidence that it's going to happen. Yeah. Thanks for the insightful comment, Joey. Are you a reliable source? This was in response to a video that I posted about the Bible. Is the Bible a reliable source for knowing what's true? They said, are you a reliable source? Calling me out. Are you a reliable source of truth? Was Einstein real? How did something come from nothing? It's a lot of questions here, Lettuce. Am I a reliable source of truth? No. Was Einstein real? Yeah, I think so. Considering that there's goddamn pictures of him and whatnot, and that, that people knew him. How did something come from nothing? I don't claim that. Despite your opinion, there's no atheist worldview. I'm not claiming anything. If anybody says something comes from nothing, it's the people who believe that God created everything from nothing. Welcome in, Kat. What's up? Yes, the vaccine is the mark of the beast. Definitely have heard that one a lot. Seen TikToks about it, seen posts about it. I ain't putting that in my body. All right, Clark. Cool. There's your deep question of the night. What is nothing? Everything came from nothing. But what is nothing? Here's one of my favorite recent comments that I got. I hope you do burn in hell. Why did you make the Antichrist your savior? It wasn't a conscious choice. Maybe I did it unknowingly. Not really sure who the Antichrist is, though. But I guess he's my savior. And there's some of that Christian love. I hope you do burn in hell. User 221-003-378 with some loving words. Thank you. Since you're atheist, then it was Satan talking to you, because atheists don't believe in God. Newsflash, we don't believe in Satan either. Hate to tell you, MC. I think this was on a video that I did. I made a satirical video where I acted like a believer that had heard from God that Trump was going to get reelected. You should have seen the comments on that were crazy, but from all sides, everybody hated me for that video. But a lot of people were saying, what was there was one like key phrase that people kept saying. Oh yeah, stop lying on the Lord. This was not a phrase that I had ever heard before. But I heard this a lot after I posted that video. Stop lying on the Lord. Have you guys heard that before? I had never heard that phrase. A lot of people said the exact same thing. Stop lying on the Lord. I'm like, no, it's called a joke. It's not lying. I'm just kidding. But people can't understand that. Ain't no love like Christian hate. Ain't that the truth? I love when people tell you what to believe. Tell you what you believe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks for bringing that to my attention. Thanks for telling me what I believe. And people do that more than you realize. Like, well, you think this, atheist? Do I? I mean, that's news to me. It happens all the time. People assume so many things about atheists. They, talk about the atheist worldview. They think that we say everything came from nothing. These are all just assumptions. The only thing it means is that I don't believe in God. That's it. One thing. It's one thing. It makes claims about nothing. Nothing is the pause in one's mind directly before trying to conceptualize something that never is, was, or will be. Ooh, that's deep. I cannot wrap my mind around that. How about that? That was the last comment. And look, here's a little picture of a truck. Jesus Christ is Lord. This is when people say I'm sending my thoughts and prayers, this is how they're delivered. They send this truck in there to pick them up, and then thoughts and prayers right to your door. Jesus Christ Trucking. I have a funny story about that. That company is literally called Jesus Christ Trucking, and I used to work in logistics, and we would post freight on a load board, and then trucking companies would call in and say, hey, I want that load. Sounds dirty, but they would say, hey, and then we would negotiate on a rate. But Jesus Christ Trucking used to look at my posts all the time. They never called though, and so I think it was like a ploy. I think literally this is a witnessing tool that they use this truck to spread the gospel. I don't know if they might, maybe they help like, people in need or something. I don't know, but it's, I think part of it is like just a marketing thing for Jesus, because they would look at a lot of the freight that I had posted, but they would never call on it. They just wanted me to look on there and see that Jesus Christ Trucking had looked at it. And I think they thought that I was going to give my life to God after that. So good times. If you have any questions for me, now would be a good time to drop them in the chat. What's up, Gur? Damn it, this chat keeps moving. I try to click something. Gurmania. What's going on? It's a cool channel. Go check that one out if you haven't. Oh, wait, it's a catch 22. Jesus Christ Trucking. Isn't that taking the name of God in vain? Maybe it's somebody who's just really mad at the trucking industry. Jesus Christ Trucking, get your shit together. Maybe that's the whole premise. Jesus Christ Trucking. Part of this live stream tonight is also saying thank you, because I passed 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you very much if you're subscribed to the channel. If you're not, now would be a damn good time to click that button. Click the like button too. I need to get likes on this video, so maybe it's shown to more people. But thank you if you're subscribed to the channel. It means a lot to me. I'm not at the point where I can monetize this channel yet, but I'm getting there. I just got to get my watch hours up a little bit. But I've passed the subscriber mark. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Do you know how much watch time that is, people? If I make longer videos, I guess I could get more watch time, but it takes a lot. So, but that's like, if one person watches my channel for 196 straight days without stopping, I think that's the math. That's 4,000 watch hours. Hey, Sonny, what's up? How you doing? The only trucking company you call out by name when you're stuck behind them in traffic. Jesus Christ. Yeah? See the truck driver turn around. Yeah. You call? It'd be even funnier if they had a honk if you love Jesus thing on the back of that truck and people just in traffic. Brandi, that is a phenomenal idea. Yes, if you have extra time in your life, if you're cleaning your house or whatever, if you're doing something else and not really paying attention, throw on YouTube and throw on a playlist of mine or a few videos. Yeah, I would love that. That would be great. Cat, I have yet to go through a day at public school without hearing a Christian reference. Yeah, that's the world we live in, and they're still trying to get God back in the school. I saw a post earlier about all the bad stuff that's happened after God was taken out of school, after prayer was taken out of school. Like, yeah, it was 1963. That was also before desegregation. So, congrats, I guess. So we've reached that time for the t-shirt giveaway. I'm going to start throwing some people on the wheel of names. Give me just a hot second here. The wheel of names. Well, that's tiny. There we go. The wheel of names. I'm going to put some people on the wheel. This is something that I've seen other people do on their live streams. So I'm going to do it on mine. Cat, the humanist. Andy. If you're here and I don't put your name on here, holler. We're doing a t-shirt giveaway. The Atheist t-shirt. Pasta Mike, you made it just in time. Your name is on the wheel. Inquisitive. Quandary. Your name is on. Not a hurricane. Germania. This is the Atheist t-shirt giveaway. You're red for now, Blaine. That might change depending on how many more names I add to the wheel. Samuel. Do nothing. South Dakota. Secular Society. Inquisitive Quandary thinks you're Bigfoot. I saw the picture, man. I saw the picture, Mike. That was enough evidence for me. I believe that's all I need. Just some obscure picture. And to me, that's enough evidence. And if you're here watching live, and I have not put your name on the wheel yet for the Atheist t-shirt, let me know. Gary. This is the Atheist shirt that I'll be giving away here in just a few. It's simple, but it's powerful. Atheist, period. Atheist Day. Let people know what you're about. Let them know that it's normal. You guys should also go follow Pasta Mike's new channel, by the way, called Normalizing Atheism. It's going to be badass. I know. It's already, he's got 2 videos up already, and the production value is off the freaking charts. This dude. Plus, he's a voiceover god of sorts. That's the only god I believe in. Pasta Mike. The voiceover god. All right, Alyssa, I'm adding you to the wheel. Okay. I think I've got everybody here. You got 1 minute to let me know if I haven't put your name on the wheel, and then I'm going to spin. I'm going to spin. Oh, yeah, that'll be 8 o'clock on the dot. Look at that. Also, I wouldn't be mad if you go check out the rest of my merch store. You know, the link's in the description, or go to jesusunfollower.com/merch. Take a look around. You can get this nifty hat. A lot of people have ordered it. You can get shirts. You can get hoodies. You can get stickers, mugs, and all that fun shit for the low, low price of whatever the price is. That's one way to support the channel. It's one way to support the atheist movement. Another way is to go to patreon.com/jesusunfollower. Lowest tier is $2 a month. If you want to throw me $2 a month, you know, help fuel my iced coffee addiction, help fuel my Taco Bell addiction. Cool. I won't be mad. Happy Atheist Day. All right, it's time to spin the wheel. Let's see who wins the shirt. Click to spin. The winner. Is it going to make it around? South Dakota Secular Society has won the Atheist shirt. So send me an email, kevin@jesusunfollower.com. Again, that's kevin@jesusunfollower.com. And, you know, we'll work it out, the shipping address and whatnot. And I'll send you that shirt. As for everybody else, this is the part where I say sayonara, I think. I'm going to start having guests on the show, though, and we'll do some Q&A and stuff like that. It'll be a little more interactive. I'll be able to do other things while I'm trying to host, because right now I'm trying to look at the chat. I'm trying to do this and that. So I'm glad you like it, man. Yeah. Well, man or woman, I'm not actually sure. But send me an email, kevin@jesusunfollower.com. We'll work out the deets. Everybody else, thank you for coming to the show. I'll be live every Tuesday. Maybe not live every Tuesday, but every Tuesday at 7, the Unfollower show will come out. I'm planning to be live every week with guests. So until next time, let logic and reason guide the way. Peace out.